welcome to this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm Cortney Bloomer here in the studios at the Brewery Arts Center. This week's guest is Carson City Library Director, Sena Loyd. Sena, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so excited to talk to you today about everything that is going on at the library. You guys have an incredibly full plate right now and are getting ready to bring some really cool resources to our community. So let's share that with everybody.
Okay, sounds good.
What I want to talk about first, and this is a really big deal for Carson City, this is a first in the nation program. No one else is doing this yet, and that is the Capital Works program.
Yes. So the Nevada's Working Capital, that program, is a manufacturing technician 1 certification program that we've partnered with WNC, the Manufacturer Skills Institute out of Virginia, the Carson City School District, to offer here in Carson City. So students will have the ability, or patrons, as we like to put it in the library world, to attend classes at the library. Scholarships will be offered for them to be able to receive the MT1 certification. There'll be 10 at the library and there'll be 50 at WNC. And students can still participate if they don't receive a scholarship, and it's $300 to take the certification exam.
So those classes are being offered, as you mentioned, in partnership with WNC and also with Carson City Schools.
Yes.
To provide folks with the training they need to find a job in the manufacturing economy. And a lot of new manufacturers are coming with the Tesla plant and some other things that are in the works. So this is really going to prepare people to be able to get those quality, higher paying jobs that are coming to the region.
That is very correct. One of the partnerships that we are also working with is our manufacturers in this program. They look at this certification as the stepping stone to bring new workers in who are qualified and who have the knowledge to be able to move up in the manufacturing world.
Now, you mentioned scholarships. Those are going to be available through the library for community members and also through the college. How can people apply for those? How can people find out more?
Okay, so to find out more, you would want to visit www.carsoncitylibrary.org, and there's a Nevada's Working Capital banner on our homepage, and there's information for prospective students, news about the program, and other links that will be helpful in exploring if that's something a student wants to do.
Now, that's kind of time sensitive, though. The program is starting in August. So folks need to get registered if they want to take part in this first round of classes.
That is correct. So we have right now 3 cohorts that are scheduled. 2 of those cohorts go at the academic school year, so August until December, and then 1 will go August until September. So if somebody is really feeling like they have some of that knowledge and they want to kind of compress the time that they're doing it in, they can do it in that time frame. We'll also be offering some next semester essentially as well.
So starting in January.
Yes.
Okay. So how many students are going to be able to take advantage of this program?
As many as want to. So any patrons in Carson City who want to come and use the library, use the classes resources there, they can do so. At WNC, they'll be offering it in their automated industrial technology programs and classes.
Fantastic. So a great resource. What is the cost again?
So the cost is $300 if you did not receive a scholarship.
Okay, so go to the library website to learn more about that, carsoncitylibrary.org.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, that is one training opportunity that the library is offering, but for people who might not be interested in manufacturing but who want to learn about a host of other topics, the library has made a really great resource available to the community. Tell us about lynda.com.
Okay, so lynda.com is really great. It has over 3,000 courses. And when I say a course, I mean something that's more than just an hour, and they're video courses. They have professionals in those fields filming these courses and putting them essentially into their database. And so with your Carson City Library card, as long as you work, go to school, or volunteer in Carson City, or live in Carson City, you can access this resource free with your Carson City Library card, and it is also on our homepage as a banner.
Now that's a really great resource because ordinarily you would have to subscribe to lynda.com and pay a subscription fee yourself.
Correct.
But for Carson City residents and folks who work and go to school and have a presence here in Carson City, the library is offering this for free.
That is correct. So if you had an individual membership, you're looking at about $35 a month. And this is something that you can now use just with your library card.
So what are some of the things that people could take classes on, just for example?
Microsoft Office, Excel, and Photoshop, and using a green screen, some digital creativity, but also time savings, how to save your time, how to address business letters, faxes, things of that nature.
So all different topics that people might want to learn about, and there's that whole database of classes there that they can take. Fantastic. Now in that, you mentioned that one of the things that people can learn about is how to use a green screen. We have a green screen here at the Brewery Arts Center, but there's also one at the library. Tell us about how that's used.
Okay, so we do have a green screen at the library. We have a digitorium space, which this past year has been used as under a grant for freshmen coming in from the Carson City School District. So they were able to come in and use the green screen and use our resources in that digitorium space to build public service announcements. Two of those public service announcements, the winning public service announcements essentially, were then shown at the Galaxy Theater over April and May. And so it was a really nice resource for these kids to have. But more so than, we're not competing with the Brewery Arts Center, we want to encourage students and kids to come in to use that space and be more interested in what that is for, and then go on to places like the Brewery Arts Center to learn more about the digital creative world.
So digitorium is a word that maybe some of our viewers are not familiar with. Tell us more about what is a digitorium, who can use the digitorium, what are some of the other resources that you have there?
Okay, so the digitorium is essentially an auditorium on technology steroids. So we have a green screen, we have a portable green screen, we have 20 MacBook Pros, we have kind of cafe seating, so it's kind of comfortable rather than a rigid classroom type space. We have digital cameras and camcorders that can be checked out, and some sound microphones and a sound booth as well.
So anyone can come in here and check out or use the resources on site in the digitorium.
That is correct. So it's mainly for teenagers and that age group, but we do use it for younger children, and adults can use it by appointment as well.
Okay, fantastic. And that also presents a great opportunity for our community to get some training and maybe to try out some of the latest technology. Recently, technology has been a really big focus at the library, and you guys have some pretty cool stuff that is there and is available for people in our community to use. I heard maybe there might be a 3D printer at the library these days.
We haven't actually received the 3D printer yet, but with our Nevada's Working Capital grant and our Habits of Minecraft grant, which is similar to Nevada's Working Capital but focused on bringing kids into STEM type careers, science, engineering,
right, science, technology,
arts,
engineering,
yes.
arts, and math.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So we will be having 2 3D printers in the library. There will be a fee to use to recover the cost of the filament that's used, and we haven't quite figured out what that's going to look like yet, but when we do get them in, there will be press releases. We'll make sure that the community knows that they are there and that they're available for them to use.
So keep an eye out for those coming. The library is really just on the cutting edge of the latest stuff that's happening in technology. Ongoing at the library, Sundays on Sunday.
Yes. So the Carson City Library, we were fortunate enough this year to take a look at our scheduling of staff and realize that we could keep the same number of hours, which is 56 hours a week, but to change how those hours fall into a 7-day week, and we are now open 7 days a week, which is really exciting for the community.
Really exciting, and for people who work who maybe can't get in there during the week, this provides some weekend time to come in and utilize the resources at the library. Some fun events are happening on these Sundays.
Yes, so it's not every Sunday, but on the last Sunday in July, we will have Sundays on Sunday, so you can come to the library, and in our secret garden, you can get a sundae at the library. That is an ice cream sundae. Yes.
Fantastic. That sounds like a lot of fun. We've talked about a lot of technology and training, and some of these more cutting edge things that are going on at the library, and that's all fantastic. But let's not forget what libraries were initially for, and that is for reading books. And the library has a fantastic summer reading program that is for all ages. Tell us about that.
Okay, so with the technology, digital literacy is very important, but we also do very much support literacy and reading. And so our summer reading program this year for our youth is sponsored by the Friends of the Carson City Library and the Nevada State Library Archives and Public Records Grant Summer Reading Program. We're also doing this at the Boys and Girls Club, where kids, if they read 1 minute, they get 1 point. And so depending on how many minutes they read, the more they read, the more points they get, the more prizes that they then are eligible for. We do raffles each week with the kids, and then at the end of the year we will do a drawing for a tablet device. And we also this year, this will be our second year offering an adult summer reading program, and those prizes have been donated from the community, and so they're sponsored by Carson City Visitors Bureau, V&T Railway, the Nevada State Museum, the Nevada State Railroad Museum, the Nevada Museum of Art, etc. So we will have tickets that we will be raffling off for our adult summer reading program as well.
So fantastic prizes. If you want to learn more about the prizes and what you have to do to earn them, that is on the library's website.
That is correct. So again, that's www.carsoncitylibrary.org.
So go there, check it out. The summer reading program is available for everyone, kids and families, especially. Yes. If you're a parent with some kids, there's a chance for your kids to win some pretty cool prizes here, and encouraging them to read, which is certainly an important life skill that we want to make sure that we're promoting for our kids in our community.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing that you really emphasize at the library is this collaboration and partnership. We've seen that with the program to train workers. You're partnering with WNC in the school district. Some real outreach is happening at the library right now. There's an exciting program that's going to be coming up this fall that's a partnership between the library and the health department. That's new.
Yes, we are really excited to be partnering with the health department in essentially delivering in books to these kids through the Safe Routes to School coordinator, and working with the Friends of the Library to donate additional items so that it's not just Title I schools that can participate, but that the entire community can essentially receive a book.
So the Ride for Reading program, yes, coming this fall. It's been done previously here in town, but not with the library. So this is going to allow community volunteers to deliver books to students at every elementary school in Carson City. And with that, they're going to get a library card as well.
That is correct. So we do usually every year we offer library cards to third graders. But this year we are going to kind of step it up a little bit and get every student in the Carson City School District in elementary and then in middle school, separate from this event, library cards in their schools. So we're going to bring it directly to them so that they have access to those resources.
So something to look forward to in the fall. Again, just really promoting reading here in the community, making sure everyone has access to books and has the opportunity to experience all the benefits that come
yes,
from being a good reader.
Yes. Literacy and digital literacy is something that is very important to the library, but it's very important to the community as well. If we breed a good group of very literate readers and that have digital literacy skills, we will have a successful community.
Absolutely. Sena, thanks so much for being here today. Is there anything else going on at the library that we haven't covered? I know we've talked about so many things today. Is there anything else you want to tell people about?
Well, there is a lot going on. Like I mentioned, the Habits of Minecraft grant that will also be coming up in September. That grant will use 3D printing to help students from 3rd grade to 6th grade build items in Minecraft. So it's something they already love to do, but teach them about 3D modeling, about how they could potentially apply that to a STEM or STEAM type career in their future. And then they'll be able to 3D print that model that they built on Minecraft.
Very cool. So something else for parents and families to be keeping an eye out for, and your child might be bringing home some kind of cool thing that they made on the 3D printer.
Yep,
I think that's amazing. When I was in elementary school, I couldn't even imagine like something like that would ever be possible. And here it is, right here in Carson City.
Yep, it is awesome. We're doing a lot at the library. We encourage you to come by, check it out, www.carsoncitylibrary.org, because our website is essentially our digital branch is open 24/7. We do have Overdrive, which are your ebooks and audiobooks that you can download onto any of your devices, as well as Zinio, which you can download digital magazines onto your devices now as well.
With your library card?
Yes, all with your library card.
So with my Carson City library card, I could put magazines on my phone or tablet?
Yes.
Amazing. Such great resources, doing so much for the community and making these things available. I'm glad that we got to spend a few minutes today talking about this and letting the community know what's there, because I think a lot of people might not know that these resources are available to them, and the library is really doing a tremendous service. I think people have a kind of antiquated view of what the library is. You know, it's full of old musty books. It's not. This is such an exciting place and has so much going on. Under your leadership, a lot of new stuff is taking place. So thanks for everything that you're doing to really make the library a vibrant technological space that really can be a resource for our community.
And I just want to thank the community for allowing me and our staff to have the opportunity to do those things.
Thanks so much, Sena, for being here. And thanks to all of you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm Cortney Bloomer. We'll see you next week.